Hello everyone, this is Mirna from Mirna's Home Joys. Today I have a new video for you guys. Welcome back to my channel for everybody who's been here, and if you're new, welcome. Today I thought about filming my system video finally. All the notebooks, planners I use during this 2024 year so far. So I'm going to show each and every one. They are different purposes. So let's get into it. I have a couple of them in the covers, but I'm going to open everything and show how I'm using them. So my everyday carry planning. So these two are on the go. Let me show you quickly. I have my Parker Jotter here, which I love, and two notebooks, which is one monthly, one for notes daily, and some for memory keeping. I haven't really used it since August because I used my bigger ones mostly, and I was carrying them. But this is the Passport Travelers cover I made myself. I explained it also already in that summer everyday carry video, so you can go there to check it out. I just tooled all this myself. Also on a piece of leather from Michael's, punched holes, and I always switch elastics and some pendants to make it different in each season. I have some more leathers. I will make new Passport and Standard TN covers now in fall when I get to them, when I have more time. These are just set up to have something on the go, and this serves also as a wallet. If I decide to take this, I will transfer my credit cards and everything in here, or I just have my wallet and then grab this. This is just to have something with really smaller bags or belt bags. So these are for on the go. Monthly, yearly at a glance, weekly, sometimes not, and then a lot of blank pages, and one section in the rings, those pocket rings, for if I want to write down some spendings we had. These are my main planners. Basically the same system. I mostly don't take both with me if I go out. These are personal rings, but I have Franklin Covey compact size inserts in them. And this is the weeks cover. I don't have the weeks, but I have sterling ink and two planner, which is equivalent to the Hobonichi Weeks planner. A year before, so in 2023, I was using Hobonichi Weeks, and I showed that also in another video. You can go check that out. It is a video about Hobonichi Weeks in comparison to sterling ink. Now I have my sterling ink. This is a caramel, and this is my on the go when needed plans. So this goes in most bags that I use on a daily basis, and I love this cover, and this is something that I can also take together with my Standard TN if I want to bring those two. These are my journal and memory keeper. I will show this in a second. Rings is my everything and anything. So here I have my whole life organized. Currently I'm using Franklin Covey compact size because I decided to try that over summer, and I'm really liking the page, how the page is bigger and wider, so I have more space to, even if I want to journal in this sometimes, if I don't bring my journals or anything else, if I want to make notes of YouTubes I'm watching, or some educational stuff I'm watching, or some language stuff I need to check out, I can write notes because it's bigger than the narrower personal size, which is, let me see, the one I showed has some personal information on, so I can't show that. Okay, let me try find. I have some older inserts in here. Let me just try find something I can show, if any. Okay, this is some health like information. It's not important, but you see how the page is this much narrower. Or this is the Motorm personal rings insert that comes with the binder. So this is the width of the personal, 9.5 millimeter with 17.1 millimeter height. And the Franklin Covey is 10.8 millimeter with the same height. And I really appreciate this much room because my hand also doesn't bump rings on this side. This cover is from Motorm. This is personal Versa. I believe this is the 3-point version of the Versa. This is the Veg tan leather in the color caramel. And I love it. I love this. This is like having two covers in one. This part comes out. So if I want my rings with me and don't want anything big, I can just take that. And then sometimes I also take then the week size planner, which is N2 sterling ink, without the leather cover, just slips here or on top. This I want to have because here I have all my plans for our family jotted down. Sometimes I only need this if I want monthly and weekly to check appointments, if I don't need all the extension things like I have in my rings, which would be, for example, home stuff, or auto insurance, bills, finance, spendings, my son's information. I will do an in-depth video of flip of my rings, Franklin Covey Compact Rings Planner, where I will show how I really use it. For now, just so you know, yeah, these are the plans mostly. I have plans in here too, also yearly and monthly and weekly and daily, just because I want to have variety if I want to just take this. But mostly all the plans are here most of the year. This I'm now more into with dailies and weekly in fall, that I have more activities and more stuff to do, and I'm slowly getting back into the workforce. So I will explain that more in the future. But yeah, I will need this more. And also with the social media now to plan, yeah, I needed some more organization, and this is my staple when I want to feel more organized. This is good, but not enough room for everything and anything. I use this mostly for plans, and also to have something as a tracker after the year ends, what everything we did that year plan wise, like meals we ate, whatever I did. And yeah, sometimes I even on some pages I show that also on my I do some small journaling, memory keeping here. This is the summertime, so yeah, yeah, it's everything and anything. Okay, this is like one of the weeks. I do the tasks, appointments, lunches, some notes what we did here too. Here sometimes I will write tasks, but sometimes what I need to clean, what I need to declutter, and here mostly some memories. And this serves as something when the year ends where I can put on the shelf, okay, this was my planner, this is what we did plan-wise, my personal planner. And this one, I will save some stuff. I will maybe keep some pages and move it to another year in new rings. For example, the telephone numbers, personal information, some info regarding my husband and my child. But most pages, the planner pages, like monthlies, I don't keep those from the rings. Those I will throw away. And something every month that I move into new month, what I want to keep as an info, I will just quickly jot down on these weeks or on a month and have that as a memory here. If after years pass by I want to check it, just so I have something to archive. But the rings, I won't keep everything. I'm always changing it. I'm always changing the sections. I'm now exploring this. I'm still kind of moving stuff around. I was using it this way for the last couple of months, and over summer I've added some sections, but I want to add more and move some out and readjust how they go. I bought some deco paper at Michael's. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. For $5, the block of decorative paper, and I have them in all the sections. But I will show that in an in-depth rings video. So this is my organization. And I love this Versa too, because this is basically a B6 size planner, or if some of you have Happy Planner, this compact Happy Planner like fits this here perfectly, and have small like 20mm discs here, so if you want to use bigger you can totally use with this, and this can be your cover. What I also sometimes tend to do, if I bring this only, sometimes I will take wigs out of this leather cover and put it in front here, or just and go like that, and then it's heavy, but some days I want to have it like that. This is also modern cover. This is the first batch of Wedge 10 leather, crimson. I love it. I love this red. So luxe to me. But I was kind of afraid to having stains on this red color. This I'm not so afraid. This has gotten some patina. It has gotten more patina inside because I would take this out more on its own. And I have one insert, I don't have it here with me now, it's in my other room, but I have an elastic part here that I then close this with. And you can maybe buy those plotter ones and then have elastic go as a closure and just have this as a planner. And I have bought a new Modern Elite cover that comes without the back pocket, and I'm eager to get it and show you guys because I think I will love it also. I sometimes don't need this big pocket. I can stuff some stuff inside these pockets, so I'm eager to see when it arrives how it will fit Franklin Covey compact inserts, but I think it will do just fine. So yeah, these are my planner part for this year that I'm using in 2024. And now my journaling part. Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to show this B6. This is a Hobonichi plain notebook cut to B6 size, and it fits here as well. Like I can do this with the Versa and have this as a brained up book for work, and it still closes. And I didn't show this Versa cover has here also a part for your pens, especially if you have more expensive fountain pens, you can put down in here so it's protected when you go. It has, I didn't decorate all my pockets yet, and here's some stickers. I'm not a big decorator. I will for Christmas. I have some hardstock stickers that I put in these parts of planners. I have some here, just stuff that make me happy or that kind of inspire me. This is just from a Michael's sticker set, then I just stuck here and used that as deco. Also, yeah, this is sterling ink that came with my planners when I ordered them last year. But yeah, I will show this in depth in another video. So yeah, for journaling, I was trying A5 size one year, it didn't work, then cut my notebook to, actually it was this one. I started journaling this, but then I didn't use it. I was using some other standard notebooks. Then I decided to cut this one into standard size, and this is my ink journal, which I showed already, but I will in a second. I also sometimes jot things down. I started also journaling in this B6 size that I cut down from another Hobonichi notebook, but I didn't like the spread. I don't know. I find that I like journaling the best in a standard TN size. And this is the cover I'm using for a year now. I made it not this summer, the summer before, the summer of 2023, before we went to Croatia. I also used 2 pieces of leather. The outer leather was the leather I bought at the local Hamilton in Ontario, Canada shop for leather. So I just told them like what the width of the leather stripe I wanted to have. And then I made this for myself and another one for my friend. Hers is without the pockets. And in mine, I just then added the undyed leather pockets, cut slits in here, sew everything, and made myself a pocket in this leather. This one, I decided to try out this, but I don't like how this turned out. It's okay. I mean, this is good for stickers, especially those small ones. Yeah, I have some left. that I don't want to lose, and so the zipper pocket works better for that. But I use some other stickers here. These are some other sticker sheets I found at Michael's, and I'm using them for this is 2 years, I believe. I have 3 years ago some Halloween sticker sheet from Happy Planner, or fall, I think fall, but it had Halloween in them. But I still have some left if I want to use them. And then I have some of those sheets I bought before summer, those washi loops, some of other washi from Michael's, these washies. I need to change these. These are now from summer into more fall washi and stickers. So yeah, cut this. I put another fabric lining in here to make this pocket, and then this leather, like it closes the pocket goes till here, and this one goes here, so you can use for stickers. I tooled here also because I did it before travel. It says see the world, and this is from a stamp set, also from Michael's. I just traced it, then tooled myself, not with a regular tool, but one tool that you use for dotting your nails when you want to decorate them. That's what I did. But I love this cover. I love this like cognac-y brown. It has a lot of patina. All these dents are from these because I'm not babying this. This goes in my bag and everywhere on the beach. I don't carry the surface, like if it's really dirty, I just put it on there and then kind of just clean my leather later on. That's why I love it. It's not so to be kept. And I also switch the colors of these bands. Last weekend we were driving to Niagara on the Lake, which is like close to Niagara Falls, a little cute town, and it was a warm weekend last weekend, so we wanted to kind of take a drive and have coffee and cake and drive around in those beautiful fall scenery. So we went there, and I was walking around. There were gift shops. I bought this leaf. I bought at one of the gift shops, but it was on a keychain as a pendant. So I took it off and put it here because it's beautiful. It's maple leaf for fall. And I have this blessed. Also found it at Michael's in that make your own jewelry section. I love those. The same thing with this small bee. You can find stuff like this in jewelry. Make your jewelry section or maybe if you see some earrings, cheap earrings, of course, and then you can buy one and put on your planner. I really love this. We'll change some stuff around for fall and Christmas. So yeah, I have 2 books in here. Oh yeah, this pen loop I made also myself. I also cut just a slit here after I sewn it, so I decided to make it after. That's why it's so unplannedly made here. I would have done it maybe here, but never mind. I just put like I showed in a sterling ink versus Wix video comparison. Okay, let me just move this away. And now I can show you. So this is what I made. A little that cutting board from Dollar Tree. Just put a slit here, made a pen loop, and I use it. I stick it through here and then use it as a pen loop to have at least one pen loop with my pens. That way I don't have to worry about pens falling down from this string here. I always at least have one from this side. Let me just put this back like that. These are my stickers. I was moving them around now. As you can see, I have some watermark here. If I would water this again, this would go away. And I didn't sunbathe this, so this is what comes from the sun from the outside of just using it. This is a little bit lighter. But if you would sunbathe this, it would be darker. It comes then to this color, because this was one time even lighter than this here. This is all from the sun, patina and sunbathing. First book is my sterling ink I have two books here. First is Sterling Ink and one planner, Tomorrow Your Planner for 2024. I use it as my memory keeper for my family. And it's compact one with vertical weeks. So I use it simply, mostly to have memories written down somewhere. In my monthlies, I try to do some what we did at the first, but then from January started really making gratitude sentences on the monthlies. I would decorate with the lettering and then just write when I had time and when I remember to do it, what I was grateful that day. This month I was busy, so didn't get to it, but April. Then I sometimes write which new pens and inks I got, but mostly, yeah, it's really colorful. It's whatever pens I'm using at that week and that month and whatever I fancy grabbing at that moment. Just put a couple of stickers. This was over the summer. I really love those lady stickers. And yeah, this is my gratitude. This is this month. I really love these colors. And then almost end of the year, eh? Can you believe it, guys? Like November and December is around the corner. And for the weeklies, I do memory keeping, mostly in my weeklies. Dailies, I don't use as much. I do some, but I need to go back and do some more that I wanted to. Dailies I use as an extension if I don't have room here. But mostly I do memory keeping in my weeklies. Some weeks I do it, some not. I'm not fussy about having room. I will go sometimes back and do some nice quotes that I like in the room or draw something. Usually I do that at the year end. I do some stamps that I have in my collection. Star cheap stamps, mostly Michael's and Amazon and Dollar Tree. So yeah, some washi, those are those floral stickers from Michael's. I really love that bundle of stickers. I'm using them all the time and I use them up. So let's see, some blue in April. Then yeah, we were traveling because I was busy here that week. And then summer, yes, some of the days I need to go back. I have them written down in some of the memories here, so I will go back and put some things in here too before the year ends and before I put this book on the shelf into archive. But I love it. I love the paper. This is this week. This is last week. I tried the horizontal view, but because I'm considering for next year buying the same thing just in horizontal, because I don't really always follow the vertical columns. I sometimes do stuff like this, where I do dailies like this for the week, or sometimes I go one day here, one day here, one day here, like how I feel in the moment, I guess. And these are, yeah, some pages I need to go back. These are the pages before, but I really love doing memory keeping in this. It's not too big, so you can take this on your own. This is my personal journal, the other book is Half Year Stology, A5, cut down to standard size width. So I took it to that print shop I was telling you about in previous videos and just tell them, okay, cut it to 11 centimeters and maybe just round corners for me, and they do it like for $1 or $2. So I really love standard size for that because it's bigger, like A5, but not so wide, and you can shove this in any bag you want, even on the outer pocket, on your totes or beach bags, or it's really fast free. And what I love more also, because if I don't want to bring both books, I just want to have some for journaling, I take this out and put my weeks together with my journal and I'm good to go. I don't need anything else. I have my planner and my journal together with me if we are out and about. So this is my personal journal. Sometimes in the journal I do affirmations and gratitude. I stopped doing this. I just do the monthly and put some birthdays and do my goals, personal goals, and then I'm just like, yeah, this is my personal journal. So I won't show much of it. I can just show let's see, for May, I started doing story-worthy line a day. So month here, some goals, thoughts to work on that month, and then I would do line a day, what I need like to be remembered and what I wanted to kind of remember that month, just in one line for the days that I'm doing it. I try to do all days, but this month I didn't all of them. So yeah, I'm not fussy. Also, a couple of stickers, couple of washi. Some days nothing. I'm using my fountain pens, and then thicker lines and thinner lines for headers. Let's say my stub nibs for headers and with shimmer, and then the nicer pens I like the feeling when they write. I use for long form writing, so I love this. I sometimes journal in my rings as well. I have a little section for me where I have Tomorrow River paper pages, and I sometimes do journaling in them if I want to on the go when I take only this with me. So yeah, my memory keeper and my journal in one, or you can do only one or another. I also have other leather covers. I have one black that's also in another room. I will show another time. I have this brown, so sometimes I will switch to here. And I'm making a couple of new ones, so I'm gonna show those in new videos. This is my pen and ink journal. The inks I've tried. I've showed this in a separate video. I think it was in July, currently inked video, so you can go there and check it out. This is the Hobonichi plain notebook, older one I had before and then didn't use it as a journal, so I brought it to my local shop also to cut to standard and round the corners. And I use it almost all for currently inked. I have here 4 sections. I have some of the inks owned and tried, and then ink swatches with fountain pens. So I would do the ink, and all the fountain pens I used with that ink, and that's how I did this for all my inks in my collection. Then I have the section where I did currently inks from May of 23 till this summer, basically, because I ran out of pages. These are all every month or whenever I ink them. And then I would do excerpts of some books I was reading at that time, or my thoughts on a pen. But I got out of the room because I had another section after that, the pens I have, and then I have all, for example, Bennu Earl Grey and all the inks I used in that pen. But I ran out, so have a couple more pages here with the inks. I'm still using and adding a little bit of more inks when I buy here, but mostly I'm not using this for currently inked anymore. I started this because this was the book I had with me over summer. So last currently ink was here, the summer one, and the now fall one. Didn't do the summer writings, but I'm gonna do next week how I like these pens and do the review on these pairings, because I love this palette. It's really like I'm enjoying every single pen and ink combination. Really, really love them. So I'm gonna use this till the end of the year, and I'm using this also as brained up. A couple of pages were brained up, so I'm gonna use up that book till the end of the year, and then I'm working on a new system for my currently inked catalog. I'm making A5 rings planner out of another piece of leather, where I'm gonna categorize all my pens in one place, all my inks in one place, or swatches in one place, or all ink comparisons in certain colors in one section. So I have it more categorized. That's why rings are really good. But I'm working on it. I really need to print pages and make it, and then I'm gonna show you guys more closer to the new year, maybe end of this year when I finish it. But for now I'm using this, and still this. This is just plain leather with holes, no pockets. The other book is the book I bought sometime in spring from Lamy, those pack of 3 notebooks from Lamy, and I think the quality is really nice. I think this was like, what, $10? I don't know, the pack of 3 books. And I also took it to the local shop to cut to standard, but they have like lines like this. This is cream paper, not my favorite. I like white more. But here I started doing some like lettering, like calligraphy. Wanna do that more in future, to work on some of my letters, some inks I wanna try, and I will do more. That's why I put this here, because I wanna test some inks and pens also on this paper. This is not so smooth as Tomoe River, but the pens don't bleed. Like, it's really good with fountain pens. And doesn't have that rough feeling when you write with pens. It's just not with your finger. It's not so smooth. But I also enjoy cheap books like this. When we talk about memory keeping, before I bought the Sterling ink notebook for this year, at the end of last year, I wanted to try how the vertical memory keeping is working for me. So this is the one of the notebooks I had from a cheap store, like just cheap notebooks from a stationery. Oh no, it's not a station. It's like a Dollar Tree store, but in Croatia. It's called Teddy. They have everything and anything. They have notebooks. So it was a pack of 3, and I also had it cut to standard, and then I would draw everything myself. This is cream paper, not quality with fountain pens. You have bleed through, but I was determined to try it out and see how I like this memory keeping with stickers, so I know which planner to order from Sterling ink. I didn't want to just try anything and then abandon it. This way I knew this was working for me. See, this is like year before memory keeping, and I loved it. So I knew, okay, now I can order my Sterling ink and one in vertical. For next year, I want to try horizontal, because I saw this year that I also like to kind of experiment. This is only vertical I was using. But yeah, things change, right? We experiment, we try new books. I say, my personal opinion is, don't hold to something just because you feel guilty of buying some other stuff. Don't over consume and don't overspend. Like, put yourself some limit. But you can always experiment with cheap books like this in different sizes, carry them around, really use them for some time, let's say for a week or 2, and see how you like it. If you don't like it, you can always abandon it if it's a cheaper book. But if you pay like $50 for a Sterling ink planner, or 60, or I don't know which sizes now, prices are different than last year. I have to still make my order for next year. So yeah, it's really, but maybe that's the thing that kept me in this book also, because the notebooks are not cheap, the planners. So especially for us in Canada, we also have shipping, and if you buy too many, you also have to pay customs. So I only bought this one and the weeks last year, and that's like, these are enough. And I wanted to in those 2 because these are the ones I'm gonna archive and have for years to come. So I knew that, okay, this is the one and this one that I want to have as a memory, and I'm not afraid of paying more for quality, because this is something I want to keep. It's not just jotting notes down for work that I'm going to throw one day, right? So, but I'm not against it. It's just my reasoning, because my funds are limited. I don't have, like, I was a stay-at-home mom till this fall, so I really needed to watch my money last year. So, and anyways, I want to like use what I have. That's why I love rings, because they are so versatile too. You can throw pages out, try new inserts. Inserts are, you can find cheap inserts as printables. I print my own. I'm gonna explain that in the next video about these rings. But yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive. You pay for one cover and you just switch inserts every year in them, or buy 2 or 3, but have then inserts as your own. Or you don't have to spend so much on notebooks. That's what I wanted to say. Since I'm really enjoying fountain pens, I'm really like, this is my soul. So I then invested in some of the other notebooks that have Tomoe River paper, and really enjoy it. I'm gonna, for the catalog that I'm making for this pen and ink swatch system, I'm gonna also buy some blank to my river pages and then print my own for that A5 ring system catalog. Okay, so let's move this away. Croatia, before I moved to Canada in end of 2015, I was working as a German teacher in various language schools in Zagreb in Croatia, and that's what something I love to do. I'm also a translator and court interpreter in Croatia for German language, German to Croatian. I'm also a teacher, professor of philosophy, because those were my two majors. I had more groups of students, adults that were learning German with me from A1 to C2 courses, and I had to have some plans, and I was using always some planners, some weekly and monthly in those bound books, any planner that I could find in any bookstore, and I always had separate notebooks for each class that I would make my curriculum plans and what I wanted to do with them on each setting, on each class. So I'm slowly going back to that. I had always some discs. I was also at one point trying discs when I was working at an accountant office, mostly as a notebook. It was like the half letter size. I bought these discs from Amazon, and I have another set. It was a set of 8 discs in 20 millimeters. These rose gold aluminum and these gold aluminum matte finish, and I really love them. At one point, when I was pregnant and after birth, I was using this size as a planner. Didn't work out, but I love this and this as notebooks. It's like when I'm reading a book, I want to jot notes somewhere, I'm using this or this. This A5 size, I decided to print pages in A5 because this is a known size for me. So I don't use half letter because half letter is taller and narrower than A5. A5 is wider but shorter, just a smidge. But I didn't want to complicate things. I wanted to kind of, because this year at a glance I made my own. So when I'm making these inserts for myself in Word to print and have in my planners, also for personal, I want to have just a couple of sizes that I mostly use. So I mostly use A5, personal, Franklin Covey Compact, Pocket, and Basics. And that's it. I don't want to complicate anymore. Or A5 variant. So if I want to use A5 Slim, I can do that also because it's easier to kind of adjust a little. This fall, I decided to try this in my quote-unquote work planner. I'm also using this as a project planner and social media planner for my channel and my Instagram, and another channel I'm planning to make for German and teaching Croatian people German also on that channel. So I needed something just for work. It can't all fit in my personal planner for FCC rings. So I'm just starting this. I'm trying it out. I was thinking even maybe ordering A5 daily or full year planner from Sterling Ink. But I thought, you know what, till the end of the year, I'm gonna try using this and then see. I can always order from Sterling Ink, but I want to try how this works. I always need some compartments, and so I just started setting this up. These are those notebook covers that you can buy at any print shop that they make those coil books with, and this is usually the front page, and this is what I use. I just bought a set and then cut size. There were like 20 or 50 in one set, and then these dividers are also those acetate, thicker acetate plastic. I don't know how is this like officially called, but they're like really thin, don't bulk up your discs or rings. And then I just cut them with my hand. This I cut with the paper cutter, and these are just ivory tabs that I print what I want in each section for. I have one for dailies here that is waiting where I want to put it, so that's why it's there. So this is the same paper, decorative paper from Michaels. I really love this. This is such a nice fall pictures, and the whole, I can show you, there were some mushrooms, pumpkins, these pumpkins, what is this? I don't have here. Oh, these ones as well. So yeah, I have a calendar. This is my part where I'm gonna plan those projects and work stuff only. So not personal stuff is going in here, only work stuff. Only social media, that's what I consider work also. So only something that considers all of that. I have a create section, my ideas for anything and everything I want to create. Notes for different stuff I'm reading, from videos, any notes. It's now in only this section, because as I said, I was using this as a brain dump book and notebook before, and still do. So some of these will be brain dump. I put Myrna's Calm Joys in here. Some I will do. I have some like drawings of the planners I want to make, lists, but I need to kind of set this up till the end. I haven't yet, so this is in the process. I might be using A5 rings for work, because this is a planner I'm gonna be needing at home only, so not something I will take with me anywhere, basically, just to have all my plans. So some of the dailies I did were like this. This is part of the weekly, so this is the week on one page, and then 7 dailies, and then the other part of the weekly here. So monthlies, I'm still trying different monthlies and different. I printed this on a Rhodia paper. This is A5. I cut it to A5 size. That's why I like to print on A5. It's so easy. You just cut the paper to A5 size, and then any printer will take it. You just set the setting when you're printing as A5 planner. So even my Franklin Covey inserts, I print on A5. And I love fountain pens. So this is all fountain pen friendly paper. These pages were from this paper, this Clairefontaine film paper, the whole block of, I don't know, 50 sheets. It's only $6 in Canada, $6.90 in one of the small bookshops. I found it, and this is like a notepad, so I just put the pages out and I print them, all my inserts, these and Franklin Covey, on this paper, so I can use fountain pen in my rings as well, because I don't have the Moy River paper yet for it, and I didn't try printing on it yet, but this works well. That's what I'm using so far in 2024. I hope you like this video. I hope you got some ideas from it. Let me know in the comments, what are you using? What is your best thing so far in 2024? What is working for you? I might be changing some things for 2025. I already mentioned them in this video, so I will see and test till the end of the year, and then decide finally what my system in the 2025 will be. But I'm gonna let you know, rings are not going anywhere. The personal or FCC rings are gonna be always part of my system. The same with some of the week size. I don't know if it's gonna be a planner or just a plain notebook, but I will have something week size, because this is so portable and I love this cover. I want to use it. And standard traveler's notebooks for various purposes. This is my jam. I love this for long form writing. Yeah, really love this. A5 is also a really good staple. I have to now see what I'm gonna do for work. That's it. Hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.